After an incredible time in Thailand, it is time to head somewhere new and see what the next adventure has in store as we make our way to Malaysia. Today, I'll take you through the full journey, what we did, what it cost, and most importantly, what the experience was really like. So let's get into it. Good morning, Thailand, and hello from Phuket. And this is the last time we're going to be in Thailand for the whole trip. So it's going to be sad to say goodbye today. But we are going to be flying today with Malaysia Airlines from Phuket to Kuala Lumpur. Then once we arrive, we'll check into our hotel before hopefully going out to explore this evening. However, we've got a casualty today. For the first time the whole trip, someone has got food poisoning, and thankfully it's not me. Unfortunately though, it is Beth, so she's not been great all evening. She's not really had much sleep either, and she still doesn't feel amazing now. So I feel really sorry for her as we're about to get on a flight very shortly. But we need to get to reception now, check out, and then we're getting a taxi from here for 1,000 baht to the airport, and it's going to be about an hour. And after exactly 1 hour, we've arrived at Phuket International Airport. So let's go and get our bags checked in. We've got about 2 hours, 45 minutes, so hopefully all should be okay. So we've got rid of our bags, which is good news. Now we just need to walk through security, and then hopefully all should be okay. I'm probably gonna have to take my laptop out and stuff again, which is really annoying because I'm gonna have to take my laptop, my drone, everything out of my hand luggage. So hopefully they've got one of those scanners where it just does it all in the bag. But a little bit about the flight. So an hour and 30-ish minutes is the flight. They're an hour ahead too, so that adds the hour on for when we arrive. The flight cost us £229 in total for the both of us. That's about £115 each. So it's not too expensive because that obviously includes our main big bag, which is over 10 kg. I can't remember whether they have different options for the weight categories or not. And then you obviously get your hand luggage, but it's meant to be less than 7 kg, but we'll have to see whether they actually weigh it or not. They've not weighed it so far, so fingers crossed they don't, because ours are likely to be over 7 kilograms. Beth still isn't feeling great though, but thankfully nothing is coming out of either end. So let's make our way through security now and see what's on the other side, because we don't know how big it is, because it was bigger than we were expecting. If you can see like the size of it here. We thought it was going to be like a really tiny airport, but it's got a 7-Eleven there. I think it's got a duty-free and other restaurants too. So let's go take a look. And we are through security. So it took us about 15 minutes. You have to do the passport bit first. That takes about 5, and then it takes 8 or 9 minutes for the sections after. And it's actually quite a big airport, so there's quite a lot of shops. You obviously got all the designer brands over there, Estee Lauder, etc. There's actually a Subway just there, Dean and Delucio, whatever that is, some duty free down there too. But we're gonna head towards our gate, as there was meant to be a 7-Eleven down there. So we're gonna go get some snacks for the flight. Look at these souvenirs, they look class. Definitely should have had one of these for the Thailand souvenir. So after exploring floor 3, there's actually not that much that's like useful. There's no 7-Eleven. There is a Burger King though, so if you need food you can go there. They've obviously got the duty-free stores, but they're not really that much cheaper than Thailand itself or any other duty-frees in the UK. There is a second floor though, which we've just come up to now. It is actually a really cool design, to be fair. And it has got a Boots, McDonald's, Thai street food, Burger King, two Burger Kings I think, one downstairs and one upstairs, and also the lounge is up here too. It is a little bit quieter upstairs too, so if you don't want to be in all the crowds and stuff, you can sit up here, but you do get a really cool view of the airport. Beth sat just down there somewhere. I've got 605 baht to play with though, because we obviously don't want to be taking baht around for the rest of our travels. So that is around £15. So you probably get a little bit of food, maybe get some bug spray, because that's probably quite useful too. And then apart from that, I don't really know what else, just maybe some water. With our 605 baht, I will show you what we managed to get from the airport. So we've got some rehydration sachets, so they're for Beth because of how she's feeling today. We got 4 bug sprays, which will be useful, so quite happy with those. Managed to get ourselves a Coke from Burger King, and then 2 bottles of water. So a fair amount, to be fair. If you're in the UK, you probably get maybe a side of chips for that much, because it's ridiculously expensive. but thankfully we were able to get quite a bit here. There was a guy arguing at the McDonald's about the food quality, and to be fair, it didn't look great, and he was like picking it up and throwing it on the side, and so it was a little bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. But we're now going to head over to our gate to board the flight, and I'll show you what Malaysia Airlines is like. Right, our final walk before we say goodbye to Thailand. Everything's actually been really quick so far, which is quite good. So I definitely recommend flying with Malaysia Airlines. That's if we arrive there safely, I suppose. I'm not sure if this is the flight that went missing. Was it Malaysia Airlines? I don't know. Someone will have to let me know in the comments if there's ever been in a Malaysia airline that has gone missing before.
Your seatbelt.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for departure. Please sit up front, fasten your seatbelt, disconnect all USB number 1.
And we've arrived at country number 6, and my 29th country in the world, and that is Malaysia, in the city of Kuala Lumpur. So it was actually a really nice flight. It was quite comfortable. You get more leg room than you usually do on like an EasyJet or a Ryanair. We even got given lunch, which I have to say was probably one of the best lunches I've had, because I love barbecue chicken. And we got a barbecue chicken sandwich, some really nice banana bread. But if you do have a nut allergy, we actually all got given some salted peanuts. So if you had a nut allergy, you'd probably be dead on that plane. The plane also had a USB port, which was really good because I was able to charge my camera and my microphone, and also it had really, really good Wi-Fi. So I was just streaming a bit of Baller League on YouTube, and it was working fine. So probably one of the best flights we've taken so far. Once we got off, we walked straight through security as if there was just no one there. They had the electronic ones like they do in the UK, and all you had to do is put your passport in, walk through to the next section. It took a photo of your face, and then you are through. And now we are waiting for our baggage. So once we've got that, we'll start heading our way towards the hotel. I'm not actually too sure how we're going to get there, but we'll have a look on like the taxi apps or whether there's public transport. We're not too sure yet. So we have opted to take a Grab taxi. It did mean that we had to go down 2 levels though, because we came out on the 3rd level, so we had to get the lift down to the 1st level, because that's the only place where you can e-hail. We worked out that this would be a lot cheaper than getting the metro, because the metro is basically 55 ringgit each, whereas going on this taxi is 67 ringgit altogether. So basically saving sort of 6, 7, 8 pounds. First impressions from the sky though is that it is very green and luscious. It looks lovely, but it is also very warm too. I don't actually know whether it is hotter than Thailand or not. It's probably a similar temperature. And the Grab taxi is going to take us approximately 1 hour to get to the hotel. I'll let you know how long it takes once we arrive. And after about a 50-minute drive in the taxi, we have arrived at the Ibis Kuala Lumpur city centre. So here is our room. Starting off with the bathroom, pretty just normal bog standard shower. Got the toilet, and then the sink, a mirror, big mirror as you come out into the main bedroom. You've got the bed, got a little desk if you want to do any work, fridge, safe, quite a nice safe actually in there. Some slippers, an ironing board, good news. And then that is the view that we get from our room. So we're actually on the 19th floor. And as I was saying earlier, it is very luscious and green here in Kuala Lumpur. So I'm liking the look of it already. It's kind of reminded me of Singapore from where we've been already. But the price of it came to around £33.33 per night. And we're going to be here for 3 nights. And then we'll be moving on to the other side of Kuala Lumpur, as I have got a park run over there. So we're going to go and stay in one last night over on that side so that we can get to the park run early in the morning. And the plan now is to relax in the room for a little bit, unpack the bags, and then later on we'll be heading up to the 31st floor to go for a swim in the infinity pool. So that's going to be pretty scary up there, but hopefully we should get amazing views over Kuala Lumpur. They also have a gym. I think there's quite a lot of meeting rooms as well on one of the floors, and some restaurants too. So hopefully we can show you around a few of those. But yeah, I do have to say that flying with Malaysian Airlines was a breeze, and I have to say their airport in Kuala Lumpur was so easy too. So I'm looking forward to when we're having to fly over to Hong Kong, because that should be a breeze. But I'll catch up again with you in a little bit before we head up to the pool. So we've just been chilling for a few hours. Beth's been for a nap, and I've been doing a bit of video editing, and now we have just sorted out our washing. So 2 massive bags of washing, which have been needed to be done for quite a while now, because I'm very low on clothes. I think I've got 1 top left and 1 pair of boxers and 1 pair of socks. So not ideal, but we've got it sorted now. Website that we use is called Laundry Town, and it's actually quite good. We've not heard of it before, but they basically pick it up from your hotel, wash it, and then bring it to you by whenever you want it to be done by. You also get to choose whether they separate the whites and darks, and also whether to dry in a low heat or a normal heat. So we chose the next day by 10 PM, so hopefully we should get this stuff back by not tomorrow, but the day after, because it's getting quite late here now, so they can't pick it up now. And that cost us 40 ringgit, which is about £7, so not bad at all. That includes obviously delivery there and back. So we're now going to hand this to our reception, so then tomorrow morning they can go and collect it from the reception, and then we'll go up and check out the gym, the pool, and maybe the restaurant too. Unfortunately, we can't take a look at a pool at the moment as it is closed because it's currently storming outside, but hopefully later on we'll be able to have a look, maybe tomorrow or whatever, when it's in the sun. One thing that they do have though on the top floor too is the Asia Spa. So there's a few different things that they have on here. I'll have to take a look at prices as to whether we actually want to do them or not, but they've got like full leg massages, neck, head. I'm not sure whether I do want one or not, because apparently they can be quite brutal here in Asia, so we'll have to see. We have the gym, so it's actually got some weights, running machine, cycling machine too, so it's a decent looking gym to be fair. Not seen too many weights though, as in free handling weight dumbbells, but we'll have to have a look when we actually go to the gym. I don't want to interrupt everyone that's working out right now. The Sky Lounge, so it actually looks really nice. Gonna have to look at prices. I think the beer was like 25, which is around £4.68, so it's probably a bit more expensive here in Malaysia for beer. And then this is the restaurant, starting off on the right hand side, so that's where you probably go down for breakfast, because it's got loads of like buffet style stuff going on, and then it's got some seating in the middle, and then on the other side is the main restaurant where you go for food in the evening. It actually smells incredible, the food, so maybe you might have to go for some food here one night, but tonight we are going to walk out into Kuala Lumpur to 1919. So we've dropped off the washing and now it's time to head into Kuala Lumpur. We're not going far tonight because Beth's still feeling not too great, so it should be about a 4-minute walk to the restaurant, and guess what's not too far from the hotel at all? It is the Petronas Towers, which you can see it's in the clouds right now because of the weather. See if I can zoom in a little bit, but look how cool they are. Hopefully we'll get to go and see them at some point during our trip. I don't know if you saw the flash just then at the end of that video. That is thunder and lightning, so I'm guessing it's going to storm. You might be able to hear that too, the thunder just then, but I'm guessing it might be the same as Phuket. It seems to be, as we're going further south, as all the locations seem to be like storming a lot more in an evening, so maybe that's just because of the weather's further down, a bit warmer. And here we are in 1919. You can't really see much because it's all behind Beth, but it looks like a sort of traditional Chinese restaurant, and the cuisine is actually Chinese mixed with Thai. So not a great start, not going to a traditional Malay restaurant, but we've got some very nice looking food. So we've got the crispy chicken, and then rice, and then Beth, because she's feeling really well, has got just a bowl of rice and some salt. And we've also actually been given a Chinese tea, which actually does taste quite nice. I've been sipping on that and it's actually been all right. But let's try some of the chicken, see what we think. So we've dipped the chicken in the orange sauce with some rice. The chicken actually tastes really nice with the rice. So not really getting the orangey sauce, and I did have a little bit of cartilage or bone or something which I had to take out and put on the side of the plate. But we're just going to enjoy our meal now. And now we are back in the room. So the food came to 51.6 ringgit, which is about £9, so not too expensive so far. However, we did only have a soft drink, and also Beth only had rice. So we were expecting a cheaper one. We weren't being expected to have to pay for the tea though, because they just brought the tea round and gave it to us. But we did have to pay for that, but it was only like 50p. So we're not complaining. We then stopped off in a 7-Eleven to get a little bit of breakfast for tomorrow and a Kit Kat chunky for myself for dessert this evening, and that cost 7.1 ringgit, which is about £1.24. But I have to say, I am really impressed with Kuala Lumpur so far. The Petronas Towers look stunning, so I can't actually wait to go up there and see those. It was quite funny as well because every time I recorded I was catching the lightning too, so you may have seen it on the last 2 clips. That wasn't just like a flashlight from a car or a headlight, it was actually the lightning itself, so that was really cool. But we're now going to head off to bed. It's fairly early, but Beth's hopefully going to feel a bit better tomorrow so we can explore Kuala Lumpur. Probably going to go for a run too because we've got the park run this weekend, so I need to get a little bit fitter for that because I want to try and beat my 25-minute time like I always aim for. So if you did enjoy this one, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. It goes a long way to supporting the channel, and we've got plenty more vlogs coming out, especially over the next 4 days in Kuala Lumpur. So I'll see you all in the next one.